Top 6 creatures from a different planet. This is the telescope fish, a creature so bizarre it looks like it was designed in a high-budget sci-fi movie studio rather than by Mother Nature herself. It doesn't live in the ocean we know. It exists in the Hadal zone at depths of over 6,000 feet. Down here, the water isn't just cold, it is heavy. The pressure is so intense it would crush a human rib cage like an empty soda can in a split second. Yet in this crushing weight, the telescope fish has mastered the art of the impossible. The first thing that will haunt your sleep are those eyes. They aren't just for sight, they are high-powered tubular biological telescopes. While most creatures have eyes that look sideways, the telescope fish has eyes permanently fixed in an upward gaze, like two glowing emerald searchlights. In a world of total, suffocating blackness, it scans for the shadow of a shadow. It looks for the tiniest flickering silhouettes of prey drifting against the dim, ghostly twilight trickling down from the surface miles above. It sees what every other predator misses. It doesn't just swim, it stalks through the water like a silent underwater phantom, waiting for the perfect moment to erase its target from existence. But its body is where the true genius and the true horror lies. The telescope fish is wrapped in a specialized skin composed of microscopic guanine crystals. In the deep sea, this skin acts like a high-definition, multi-angled mirror. It reflects the surrounding blackness so perfectly that the fish becomes functionally invisible to anything looking at it from the side. It is a living mirror, a shimmering ghost in the water that can glide right past its prey or even its own predators without ever being detected. It is the ultimate camouflage in a world where being seen means being eaten. However, do not let its ghostly beauty fool you. When the moment to strike finally arrives, the telescope fish transforms from a quiet phantom into a violent monster. Number 5, the giant isopod. At first glance, it looks like a monster from a 1950s horror movie, or perhaps a giant cockroach that was hit with a radiation beam. But this is no alien. It is a living relic of an empire that has survived for millions of years. These creatures are actually massive, deep-sea cousins of the tiny pillbugs, or woodlice, you find under rocks in your garden. But while a garden bug is smaller than your fingernail, the giant isopod can grow to be the size of a small cat. Their bodies are encased in a thick, overlapping exoskeleton made of chitin. This is their biological spacesuit, designed to withstand the bone-crushing pressure of the abyss, pressure that would turn a human submarine into a soda can. Imagine the weight of the entire ocean pressing down on you. For the isopod, this is simply home. But their most haunting feature? Those eyes. They have over 4,000 individual facets in each eye, designed to reflect even the tiniest spark of light in the pitch-black water. When you shine a light on them, they glow with a ghostly, predatory shine. They don't see the world like we do. They see a mosaic of shadows and movement, detecting the faintest vibration of a dying fish from miles away. In the Midnight Empire, food is the most valuable currency. The giant isopod is the ultimate scavenger. They are the cleanup crew of the ocean floor. They don't hunt, they wait. They wait for a whale fall, a massive gift from the world above. When a whale dies and sinks to the bottom, these scavengers gather by the hundreds. They use their powerful, sharp mandibles to tear through skin and bone, eating so much that they can barely move afterward. It is a feeding frenzy in slow motion, a desperate scramble for calories in a desert of salt and silt. But here is the most incredible part. Because food is so rare, their metabolism is almost frozen. A giant isopod in a laboratory once went for 5 years without eating a single bite of food and stayed perfectly healthy. They can enter a state of semi-hibernation, slowing their heart rate and energy consumption to almost zero. They are masters of survival, waiting in the silence and the dark for centuries. They aren't just bugs, they are the immortal janitors of a world we were never meant to see. Even more mysterious is how they care for their young. The female carries her eggs in a special pouch, protecting them from the freezing cold and the crushing weight of the deep. until they are ready to crawl out as miniature versions of their parents. From birth to death, their life is a battle against the extreme, a testament to the fact that life on Earth doesn't always need the sun to thrive. Number 4, the barrel eye fish. At first glance, you might think those two small indentations above its mouth are its eyes, but those are actually its nostrils, or nares. Its real eyes are the glowing green orbs located inside its head. Yes, you heard that correctly. The barrel eye has a transparent, liquid-filled dome for a forehead, acting like the cockpit of a fighter jet. These tubular eyes are incredibly sensitive to light and usually point directly upwards. Why? Because in the darkness of the deep sea, the barrel eye is constantly scanning for the faint silhouettes of prey drifting above it. When it finds a target, those green eyes can actually swivel forward to look ahead, while the fish swims in for the kill. But the mystery goes even deeper. This fish is a specialist in stealing meals. Scientists believe the barrel eye hangs out beneath siphonophores, long, stinging, jellyfish-like creatures, waiting to snatch the small animals trapped in their stinging tentacles. That transparent shield on its head isn't just for show. It acts like a protective helmet, guarding its sensitive eyes from the venomous stings of its neighbors. The green pigment in its eyes is a biological masterpiece. It filters out the faint sunlight coming from the surface, allowing the fish to spot the bioluminescent glow of jellyfish and small crustaceans that would otherwise be invisible. It is a living telescope, perfectly engineered for a world where light is the rarest resource. In the vast, silent empire of the deep, the barrel eye moves like a ghost. It spends most of its time nearly motionless, suspended in the water column, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. With its large, flat fins, it can stay perfectly still in the crushing pressure, becoming a silent observer of the abyss. It is a master of patience and a true testament to how life adapts when it is forced to live in the shadows of an alien world. Number 3, the immortal jellyfish. While most creatures grow old and die, this tiny jellyfish has a biological reset button. When it is physically damaged, faces starvation, or simply gets too old, it doesn't die. Instead, it undergoes a rare process called transdifferentiation. Its cells actually transform. Muscle cells can become nerve cells, and adult cells can become baby cells again. It essentially melts its own body down and turns itself back into a tiny ball of tissue, which then settles on the ocean floor to grow back into a colony of baby polyps. It is like an old man turning back into a fetus to live his entire life over again. Because it can do this an infinite number of times, it is theoretically immortal. But the story doesn't end with just one life. This biological cheat code has allowed the immortal jellyfish to become a silent hitchhiker of the seas. By attaching themselves to the hulls of massive cargo ships, they have spread from their original homes in the Caribbean to almost every corner of the globe. They are a silent, invisible invasion, an army of eternal wanderers that cannot be stopped by time or distance. Scientists are obsessed with studying their DNA, hoping to unlock the secrets of how their cells can de-age so perfectly without creating errors or diseases. They aren't just a curiosity of the deep, they are a living blueprint for a future where aging might be optional. This jellyfish is a master of survival in a world that is constantly trying to destroy it. In the silent empire of the abyss, this tiny ghost is the ultimate survivor, drifting through the centuries as a living loop of eternal life. It reminds us that in the deep sea, the rules of biology we know on land simply do not apply. It is a true citizen of a different planet. Number 2, the bobbit worm. If you think the dangers of the deep are only in the open water, look closer at the sand. Hidden beneath the silt is the bobbit worm. This is a nightmare that stays buried, waiting for a heartbeat. It can grow up to 10 feet long, but it spends its life tucked away in a burrow, leaving only its 5 antennae and its massive, razor-sharp mandibles exposed. It doesn't have eyes, it feels the vibration of a passing fish. When a victim swims over it, the bobbit worm strikes with such speed and force that it often snaps the fish clean in half. It then drags its prey into the darkness of its burrow to be consumed. It is the ultimate hidden assassin of the ocean floor. But it gets even weirder. These worms are known to be incredibly resilient, sometimes accidentally ending up in home aquariums where they secretly eat all the other fish for years before they are finally discovered. They are the ultimate boogeyman of the reef, proving that in this empire, nowhere is truly safe. Number 1. The blanket octopus. A biological marvel that defies the standard rules of the ocean floor. The female blanket octopus carries a massive, shimmering, cape-like web between her arms. In the vast, open blue of the Midnight Empire, this blanket is her primary line of defense. When she feels the eyes of a predator, perhaps a shark or a large billfish, she does not hide in a hole. Instead, she unfurls this rainbow blanket to its full, magnificent extent. This makes her appear many times larger than she actually is, creating an intimidating, shifting shadow that confuses even the most determined hunters. It is a masterpiece of psychological warfare played out in the deep sea.